Hello everyone, Crayton Smith here. I was playing around on YouTube last night and came across this Booktube newbie tag, and I figured, what the heck, let's give it a shot. Let's go through these questions and see what we can come up with. Why did you start this channel? Well, I'm an indie writer myself, and I started searching around looking for different book reviews, different promotional things and stuff for self-published writers and things like that. I came across a lot of book review YouTube channels, but I didn't find that much on self-published writers and indie writers and stuff. And I'd already started reading a lot of them that I'd met through different writing communities and all, so I decided, if I can't find them, you might as well do it yourself, right? What are some fun and unique things that you can bring to Booktube? Probably nothing. I am old, so that's going to be something different than most of them that's out there, right? Like I said, though, I'm trying to focus more on your self-published writers, your small press writers. So give them a little exposure. Let's see what we can do with it. What are you most excited for about this new channel? Well, like I said, just giving some exposure to some of the smaller, lesser known indie writers, myself included. It gives me an opportunity to maybe chat about my books a little bit too, get some exposure to some great stories that I've been coming across that not a lot of people know about, and I don't know, it just felt like the right thing to do. Why do you love reading? Well, basically because life is boring, at least mine, where I'm at in the country anyway. So yeah, I just use writing as an escape, really. You know, exercise your imagination. You can be whatever you want to be when you're reading a book. What book or series got you into reading? I don't know. We don't talk about hardcore reading. It's probably going to be Anne Rice's Lives of the Mayfair Witches. Kim Harrison's The Hollow series. Alex Bledsoe's Tufa novels. Those series just really got me looking to find other stuff that reminds me a lot of those. I love the world building, the characters. Even today, it's been decades really since I read the Mayfair Witches, and a lot of those characters still stick with me, so I'm just looking for more things like that. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? The number one question I would ask other booktubers is, how are you so comfortable putting your face on camera? You'll notice if you look at my previous videos, this is the first time that my face has been on camera, and it is extremely uncomfortable. I've worked on some like B-rate movies. I've teamed up with a brother-in-law and we've made short films ourselves and stuff, and I learned real quick that I am a lot more comfortable behind the camera than I am in front of the camera. What challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? Yeah, see the previous question, putting your face on camera. I can't promise you how often I'll do that. I'm gonna try to stick with a steady routine of doing book reviews. There'll be other videos maybe pertaining to my writing or just, you know, the industry in general, but I can't guarantee how often you'll see my face on camera. When did you start reading? Oh man, recreationally at least, you know, not school assigned. Well, I remember somewhere probably around 10 years old, we had to read The Call of the Wild by Jack London for school. but I loved that story, and that started, just reading on my own. It never really picked up super big until probably about 12 or 13 years old, and I got a copy of The Hobbit, and I've just been reading ever since. Where do you read? Uh, anywhere basically. Most commonly, when I'm picking up my son in the school line, I've always got either a book or Kindle with me. I read a lot right before bed. I usually try to spend at least an hour reading. But yeah, lately, ever since I've started wanting to do these review of different books, then I've always got something with me, trying to catch every little minute that I can to stay ahead of the game. What kind of books do you like to read? Mostly horror, dark fantasy. I do read some, high fantasy, things like that, but mostly I lean more toward the contemporary fantasy than I do the high fantasy, but, a good high fantasy can keep me engaged, really easily as long as it's done good. But yeah, mostly, at least here lately, it's been horror and like dark fantasy, urban fantasy, things like that. I feel like this video was really awkward, but I hope you found some enjoyment in it, and I hope it lets you get to know a little bit more about myself. And if you like the kind of genres that I talk about, and if you've seen the previous reviews that I've put up and it kind of sounds like your thing, that's the kind of stuff that I'll be looking for. So if you want to stick around and subscribe, I'll try to do a new book review every Sunday, and you never know what other stuff will come up in the mix. So I hope you like this video and stick around, and I hope to see you again some more.